Good afternoon. I'm here. My name is Ronnie Gill, Director of Emergency Management for Prince George's County, Maryland. I'm going to give all an update on what we have here on Piscataway Drive in Fort Washington and the events that led us to where we are today and what our actions are going forward. On Friday, May 2nd, Department of Public Works and Transportation responded to this location behind me for a crack in the road. When they were here, they made a temporary fix to the road. A few hours later, there was a water leak, a busted water pipe. WSSC reported to the scene, repaired the water leak. Again, on Saturday, a pipe burst. WSSC responded back out again, made the repair. On Sunday, again, another water main break. WSSC, along with Department of Public Works and Transportation and PEPCO, responded to that event. During that event, it was a number of trees that were down, damage to the roadway, along with slope failure. This impacted approximately 28 homes over the weekend at yesterday, Sunday. And this created a loss of water to some, loss of electricity and power to others, again, slope failures and a road closure. This morning at approximately 7:30, there was a coordinated response from Prince George's County, which included the Office of Emergency Management, the Police Department, Fire Department, Social Services, Family Services, Department of Public Works, and our DPI. We've determined that 6 houses are unsafe, 22 are unfit, one because of the sloping and or loss of water and loss of the road for residents to get in and out, along with any emergency equipment such as fire apparatus. That road that was rebuilt cannot withstand the fire apparatuses crossing them. At present, we have opened a reception center at Harmony Hill. Our social services and family services will provide you with that address. That will be open to assist our residents in ascertaining locations to stay. Whether we have to open a shelter or anything of that nature will be determined by the residents. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Darrell Mobley, Director of Department of Public Works and Transportation.
Good afternoon. As Director Gill has mentioned, yesterday and today we've applied a temporary patch to the roadway to allow residents to move their vehicles out to the north side of the failure there. We do have a geotechnical engineer on site. They've started their analysis to determine what's occurring with the slope instability. We have approximately 1,500 linear feet of slope that is unstable at this time, and the geotechnical engineers are going to conduct additional data gathering. We'll be bringing in additional equipment tomorrow to determine what the issue is and to determine what the short-term and long-term solution will be to the problem. At this time, we believe that the roadway patch that we've applied is strong enough to allow vehicles that need to be moved out the opportunity to move those vehicles out. So that's the update for the Department of Public Works and Transportation at this time. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Gary Cunningham, Department of Permitting, Inspections, and Enforcement. As a result of this incident, we responded out, and we have at least 6 homes that are considered to be unsafe due to the immediate impact from the slope failure. 5 of them are above the slope failure. 1 of them is directly below. We also have 22 homes in this immediate area that are without utilities, water and sewage. So those homes have been posted as unfit. And that's pretty much all that we have at this point. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Lynn Riggins, WSSC. I think Director Gill provided a timeline on the water main breaks. I can tell you where WSSC stands right now. We have 2 crews working simultaneously right now. What we're doing is these 14 homes behind me are above where the broken water main is. We're going to put a valve on the pipe that's above where the break is so that we can provide water to these homes. So these 14 homes should have water later tonight. We're doing that right now. We have another crew working to address the broken sewer main. There's an 8-inch water main that runs down that road, and then parallel to it is an 8-inch sewer main. The sewer main has broken as well. So we have a crew bringing in pumping equipment, and they're going to be able to pump around where the break is so that we can limit the amount of sewage that's coming out and impacting the environment, and it'll go around to where the main is on the other end and it's not broken. But just to clarify, there were 3 water main breaks starting Friday. We repaired it, came back out Saturday, repaired it, and then Sunday when it broke again, we came back out and the area was deemed unsafe to work, and we've been working with Prince George's County to address the situation ever since then. As far as the 14 residents on this street who are here in their homes, our utility services team has been going door to door delivering water to them, so those folks in their homes do have bottled water delivered to them right now. Thank you.
As I've mentioned, we have a geotechnical engineer that's currently on site. He came out to the site on Saturday. The engineers are taking a look at the instability along the entire slope, and they're going to determine what short-term fix could be made in the interim. It will take at least 2 weeks time frame for them to determine a appropriate short-term solution to the problem. Well, that all depends on what the recommendation is for the interim improvement that needs to be made at this location. At this time, there are some thoughts that there may be sheet piling which will be involved. So we will have to allow the engineers an opportunity to prepare their report so that we can then determine what the solution will be and how long it will take to get the solution completed. It's too early to determine until we have that report back at this point.
I'm Mark Bayshore, Fire Chief for Prince George's County. We were here this morning as part of the coordinated response with county government to both assist with speaking to the residents that were here, but also establishing what we would call an adequate water supply to the homes that are down there for firefighting protection. So we have a team of people here now that are stretching temporary firefighting hose lines actually through the woods so that they can get to the houses that are up on the cliff and ultimately around that cliff and down to the homes that are at the lower level. We have a small, we call it a mini pumper, firefighting pumper that will be in the community fire station so that if something were to occur down there, we have something that can get across that failure in the road. As you heard earlier, the traditional fire engines and fire trucks will not be able to make it across the patch that's there. Right now, we're in a standby mode with respect to EMS. If anybody needs us for EMS, we have our Gator carts here that can get across any of that terrain and pull people out if needed. But we'll be supporting the county government through the rest of the event.
Good afternoon. I'm Major Garrett. I'm the commander of District 4 Station. As the chief stated earlier, we're here to support the rest of the county agents that are here to try to rectify the situation. Right now, we are going to have a police officer on this location or at this location for at least the next 48 hours, and then we'll reassess that as this develops. At this point, the police are capable of responding down to these locations inside this neighborhood in case anything should develop. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Teresa Grant, and I'm the Acting Director of the Prince George's County Department of Family Services.
My name is Rashid Plummer. I'm the Community Liaison for Prince George's County Department of Social Services.
And this morning, we have been taking the time out to knock on each resident's door, just informing them of what's going on in the in this particular community. We are absolutely concerned about our residents that are here. We're going to do everything we can to support them. We have been working with the community as it relates to evacuations, relocations, assisting folks that have pets in the community. We want to do everything that we can to minimize the impact on the residents here. In addition to that, the Department of Social Services, the Health Department, Family Services, and many of our other partners have opened an information center, which is located at Harmony Hall, and that's at 10701 Livingston Road. And we're going to be there till 11 p.m. each evening to provide information to the residents so that they can be posted on what's happening. In addition to that, meals will be provided, as well as we'll have staff to provide whatever support that is necessary.
We're working currently with the American Red Cross to ensure that we have canteen support at the reception center, where we're providing information to all of the displaced residents, as well as we're working with all of the residents to ensure that they have alternative locations to go following the evacuations from the homes here.
One thing that I also wanted to mention, that we are working very closely and trying to identify all of those residents that have older adults, persons with special needs, and we want to make certain that we are there for them and provide the necessary supports.
Thank you.
The last thing I wanted to add was that we will be meeting with the residents. We've sent out emails and we're getting the word out that we're going to meet with the residents of the impacted community after this briefing at 4:30. So if you know the numbers for any of those residents, can get in touch with any of those residents, please let them know that we're going to meet with them at 4:30, again, following this briefing. With that, we're open to any questions you may have.
What makes a house unsafe or unfit?
The homes that are deemed unsafe are the ones that are immediately impacted by the slope failure, meaning that there's some possibility of collapse, either from falling down the hill or the hill falling on them. Unfit is because the utilities have been disconnected. The water and sewage is no longer there.
Well, thank you.